Do you have so many Pinterest boards or posts saved on Instagram with so many different styles? It is making you wonder which style is really yours. Which one do you really like? Well, you're not alone. Welcome to GA Atelier, the podcast where intentional interior design meets mindful living. I'm your host, Shihan Askar, and I'm here with you on this journey to transform our living spaces into sanctuaries that reflect our unique story, personality, style, and lifestyle while elevating our everyday life at home. So step inside my design workshop and let's design your home together. When designing our home, there are so many different interior design styles to choose from. I was never really one to strictly define my style and neatly fit into a box. I tend to blend styles intuitively based on what I like and how I feel about certain pieces, so I come up with my own style. In fact, I have created a quiz to find your own style, but not just based on how it looks aesthetically, but more based on how the style makes you feel at home. What is really resonating the most with you? What makes you feel great? And what really is you? So check the show notes for that quiz, and hopefully that will give you a little bit more insight on how to look at style in a different way. But back to the regular interior design styles. Knowing how to identify the key elements and characteristics of these popular design styles will help narrow down our options when we are searching for ideas and inspiration. So I did a deep dive into all the styles available. I think I covered them all. In fact, I had to take some out because it was getting so long. But it seems like there is a new one every few years. You will see that some of them are not even a formal design style, but maybe more of a trend. Something that was in, now it's out. But let's start by grouping some of the most known design styles and get an idea of what makes each one special. Understanding the essence of each style will give you the foundation to mix and match with more confidence. So, first one is Art Deco. That's a polished style from the 20th century, from the 1920s, and it has more geometric shapes, stylized curves, and very moody lighting. Think of luxe materials like marble and velvet, bold colors, red, yellow, green, blue, even pink, metallic finishes like chrome, brass. You now also have the mid-century modern. That's a modern design from the mid-20th century. It has clean lines, some warm wood tones, kind of a less is more philosophy, more on the functional and stylish side of things, a big connection to the outdoor, and it just blends with other styles quite easily. Now, modern is kind of an evolution from the mid-century modern, and you see that again with the clean lines that modern has. Again, minimal embellishments, neutral color palette, maybe occasional pop of colors. Think, white walls, light hardwood flooring, minimal window treatments, and kind of an offshoot is a modern organic. So again, you're blending clean lines but with more natural shapes. You juxtapose man-made and natural material. Light toned woods, relaxed textile. Lighting is, using finishes like brass, black, chrome. Then you have also a modern cottage style. That is also a thing. Cozy, welcoming, a little bit nostalgic, because it, reminds you a little bit of a farm country style. It mixes traditional and farmhouse elements. It has vintage and antique furniture, decor, lighting. Think soft pastel colors, floral, botanical patterns, but still quite clean lined. Then you move to contemporary. These are homes in the late 20th century to now, Again, it's clean lines, neutral palettes, sometimes with bold accents, contemporary furniture, art, large windows. It's sleek, minimal elements. Then a different style is farmhouse that was quite popular for a long time. Again, it's has a functional simplicity to it. It's based on, salvage objects, rustic but refined decor, darker palettes, a little bit of weathered materials like aged wood and brick. And from that, you have the modern farmhouse. Again, it's a little bit cozier, more livable farmhouse style. Warm wood finishes, soft lighting, bigger windows maybe, neutral palette, so not as dark, white walls, shiplap, all of that. You can also have industrial farmhouse. So it kind of blends the industrial style and the farmhouse style. It mixes the hard and soft, the old and new, cold and warm finishes. It's casual, it's comfortable, and it mixes, light wood with aged metal or even reclaimed wood. You can also have the country style. So it's a little different than the farmhouse. So it's more traditional, classic farmhouse look, simple material, rustic wood, plaid, stripes, vintage decor, barn items or elements taken from the barn look. You can have a French countryside. So it's inspired by the French countryside, and it has a rustic chic mix of materials, natural materials like wood, exposed bricks, stone, classic fireplaces, elegant furniture and decor, some vintage or antique elements. And then you can also have the English country style, which, is a take on the traditional British country house. Floral wallpaper, wood, copper, brick floors. Think of a little bit like that English garden look and bringing elements from that. On the other spectrum, you have Japandi, which is a mix of Japanese and Scandinavian aesthetics. So it's quite minimalist, has that Zen feel, warm organic, pale woods, sculptural furniture, soft natural textiles. You also have the coastal interior design style. That's light, breezy. Think of beach-inspired elements, soft colors like white, gray, blue, sandy tones. Of course, natural material, weathered wood, rattan, linen, cotton. Lots of light, airy feeling, uncluttered spaces. And then you can still have a coastal farmhouse. So you're kind of blending both. So it has a mix of coastal elements and farmhouse elements. Soft tones mixed with darker ones, maybe shiplap with woven materials. You also have rustic. That's more an unpretentious design style. It uses natural materials, aged finishes, again, wood paneled walls, wood burning fireplaces, vintage furniture, distressed painted wood, aged metal fixtures, all of that to kind of give it that rustic look. And then traditional. It has a more formal element to it. It's more structure, a lot of symmetry. It's based on 18th and 19th century European styles with very classic furniture, rich colors, ornate details. And from that, you move a little bit to transitional, which is a mix of traditional and modern design elements. So a more neutral, understated look. For example, it combines traditional forms but with modern upholstery, soft neutral colors, and then you also have Scandinavian. This is more streamlined aesthetic from, countries like Sweden, Denmark, Norway, more neutral palette, clean lines, finishes that are very simple but with cozy touches and minimal and warm styling. On the other spectrum, you have the industrial look. It's a little bit heavier, and that's inspired by, the converted urban warehouse lofts and using the material that are there already, like concrete, metal, rough finishes. You have concrete walls, steel details, all of that. You also have the boho or bohemian design style. That's more natural, more organic elements. It has that layered, collected look. Think of cane, rattan, bamboo, patterns, textile, bright colors, even plants. Then the maximalist design style that embraces a more is more approach. That's a mix of colors, patterns, texture, design styles. It's just there's really an abundance of everything, an abundance of objects, and it's just full of visual interest. An eclectic style is a style that combines, unique pieces from different styles or different eras, and you can have even iconic pieces in the space. It's very personal because it's really what the person likes, and it tends to be even like rule breaking a little bit for visual interest. Shabby chic, which mixes French country, vintage, a little bit of that cottage vibe, and it has that unpretentious coziness with comfy furniture, weathered finishes, romantic accents, and just lots of texture. A couple more, bear with me. Glam is luxe textile, leather, suede, velvet, jewel tone colors, high-end polished finishes. It's minimal, but it has that impactful look. It's just glamorous. And then the minimalist is more focused on functional furniture, optimized layout, built-in storage, just to keep everything with a lot of breathing room, with clean lines, lack of extra decoration, and a monochromatic or a very limited color palette. And an offshoot is, for example, organic minimalist, and that combines the organic modern look to organic minimalism, and you borrow a lot from nature and you use the natural color palette. So as you can see, there is a lot to choose from. A lot of styles. And like I said, I didn't even include all of them. But I believe that while understanding these design style is essential, the beauty of interior design lies in the freedom to blend, mix, and create something uniquely yours. There's no need to stick with one theme throughout the house. I believe your home is richer and more complex than that, just like us. Understanding your interior design style helps you discover what you like, but also understand why you like it. Why do you like that design style? And then create spaces that express your take on that style. Once you sharpen your knowledge of interior design styles and you kind of recognize what you're looking at and see how many you can choose from, you can have fun with it. Know the design rules, the design styles, and then break them. After all, the most beautiful design style to you will be your own. So don't forget to grab the link for the quiz that I mentioned in the show notes, and that hopefully will offer you more insight on design styles and your design style. Thank you for joining my atelier. If this episode resonated with you, please consider giving the podcast a rating or writing a review, or send it to a friend if you think that will help. See you in the next episode.